Sarah Barnett, week 3, lab part 2. I have 3 assistants with me here today while we dissect our chicken wing. Assistant number 1 is Emily Barnett. She'll be taking pictures. Assistant 2 is Frederick Contreras. He's going to be my assistant, handing me my utensils. And Christian Barnett is the cameraman. These are my kids. Okay, so what we're basically going to do is we're going to de-epithelialize the chicken wing, which means we're going to take the skin off. Frederick, can I have the scissors, please? Thank you. So we're going to make a lateral incision going this way, and then a incision after that. The incision will be lateral. Then we're going to make a sagittal incision so that we can get underneath the skin, and it's going to be kind of tough. We don't want to cut the muscle. We only want to cut the skin. Emily, I'm going to need 3 pictures. Once we get to that area, then I'll let you know and you could take the picture, okay? It's not yet. I'll let you know when it is. It's okay. Okay, so there's some tissue that you'll see underneath the skin. This is called connective tissue. This connects the skin to the muscle. So if you ever wonder how your skin stays on your body, this is it.
So we like have that inside our arms and stuff?
Yeah, underneath your skin you have connective tissue. So what I'm doing is I'm just running the scissors underneath the skin to kind of break that connective tissue that we have there so we can see the muscles. Chris, make sure you're getting a clear shot of what we're doing here. Try not to move the camera around too much. Let's see. This is really slippery.
Slimy.
Not slimy, just slippery. I want to get...
What is that?
This is skin. We're just taking the skin off. I want to get most of the skin off that I can so that we can see all of the different parts. Not yet. Okay, so on here, we're still taking off the skin. It's kind of hard. This connective tissue is really doing its job. My plan was to get all the skin off and have a perfect specimen. I wasn't anticipating it to be this hard to get it off. Oh, it's coming off. So after you take the skin off and we see the connective tissue, we'll start seeing fat tissue, because after the skin and the connective tissue, that's where our fat cells are. And the reason why we're using a chicken wing is because a chicken wing is built just like our arm. When we use our arm to flex our arm straight, if you want to make your arm straight like this and bend it back, that's flexion and rotation
like this?
And extension. So you're flexing, extending, rotating. So if you ever wonder, how is it that my shoulder can go in a circle, my elbow can only go up and down? What causes that to happen? Why can't I turn my hand like this? What does that? What makes your arm do that?
How can you turn your arm like this?
So can
like
you?
This?
Yeah, it's called
How
all
do
the
like
different
this?
movements. Okay. So we have one more piece of skin to get off here. And then we will be to the muscle layer. This is like the slimiest little chicken I've ever met. Or slipperiest, I should say. I don't need a picture yet, Em.
I know, I'm just looking at it close up. That's cool.
I think this is probably the best we're gonna get for the de-epithelializing. Okay, So here we have our skinless chicken, almost skinless chicken. And you can see the flexion, extension. So what we want to do is we want to see what is it that's going on that causes that. There's not too much fat on this chicken. Usually the fat looks like a yellow.
How is there not blood coming out?
Because we haven't had any blood vessels yet. You might see some blood vessels when we get closer to the bone.
Yeah, like I see red.
Yeah, so there's a small blood vessel there. Sometimes you think it's connective tissue and it's actually a ligament or a tendon. Do you know what the difference is between a ligament and a tendon?
No.
A ligament connects to the inside of the joint and a tendon connects to the muscle. Okay, so Frederick, would you please hand me the pickups?
Is it this?
Yes. Thank you, sir.
Those look like tweezers.
The reason why we have Frederick assisting us in handing us our tools is because raw chicken carries salmonella and we don't want to contaminate. So this is our dirty area, that's the clean area. Okay, so here we can see there is some skin still left. Some skin escaped me. When we get to these parts, Christian, I need you to get a little closer because there's going to be some tendons here that I want to point out. Okay. So you can see here that there is a muscle here, and this looks like it goes over the joint to another muscle. So it looks like this possibly could be a tendon. Okay, so this tendon is attached to this muscle. Let's disconnect it so we can take a better look. So you see this white area here? It's kind of rubbery. It's really, really thick, and it has muscle attached to it. This is what we are going to show an example of. So when our arms move, this is how it moves.
Oh, I can see the veins.
Look at this movement. Watch. He's waving at you. Hi. Hi, Frederick. Hi, Emily. Hi, Christian. So this muscle here, what happens in your body when you want to wave your hand, you have a muscle just like this little chicken guy. We didn't even name our chicken guy.
Fred.
No. Okay, so this is showing how the tendon extends and flexes, extends and flexes, extends.
Oh,
and
you can
flexes.
see it going down.
This is from the actual wing. So basically this is a bicep here. This would be like your arm muscle that you have here.
This one?
This would be your arm from your elbow to your wrist. So this is like the chicken's elbow. This is his wrist. So this is how he would fly. If he was flying, he's not. His days of flying are over.
Oh.
This is how he would fly. So he would fly, flap your little wing, chicken. Okay, so that's that tendon. So we demonstrated how the tendon, I believe it's, well, it kind of, you know, actually, I think this is a ligament because it does go inside of the joint. Let's cut this off so we can get a better idea because this is the whole purpose of this, for us to learn what it does. Let's see, does it go into the joint or does it go to a muscle? Let's see. We don't want to cut the tendon. We want to go around it so we can dissect and see where does it go? What is it connected to? So it's connected to another muscle, looks like. Yeah, it's connected to another muscle here. It doesn't appear to go in. Oh, you know what? Maybe it does go into the joint. I don't know. This is the muscle here, connective tissue. And then this is, oh, you know what? It goes to the joint. So this is a ligament. And it's what causes